guys, welcome to today's video. Happy New Year. I could not be more excited for 2022. 2021 was one of the best years of my life. First and foremost, real estate was absolutely amazing. I bought this house that you are looking at me in right now, which is absolutely huge, and I've just made a lot of really great personal decisions, and I could not be happier with where my life is at. So I hope that you had a great 2021. I wish you nothing but great and bigger things in 2022. Remember that your year is what you make it, so definitely keep yourself accountable to making your year the best yet. I want to start out the video by sharing a really cool goal with you for 2022. My goal is to sell 30 houses this year, or $10 million in real estate, which is absolutely huge. I hope that you'll help me accomplish this goal. If you know anybody that is thinking about buying or selling, or if you just as little as hear somebody say the word house, buy, sell, or the word realtor, I hope that you'll think of me and that you'll send them my way. But on to today's video, we are going to be talking about what the most beneficial remodels and renovations are when you are thinking about selling your house. So enough rambling, and let's get on to the video. So in order to really dive into this topic, first you must understand what the difference between a renovation and a remodel is. So a renovation is basically something that must be done because something is in despair. So for example, replacing rusty pipes, or maybe a toilet that no longer operates that needs to be replaced. A remodel is going to be something that is still operating and is in good condition, but you don't really like the way that it looks anymore. So the toilet still works, but you would like to upgrade it to a more modern option. Now, it's important to remember that with both of these options, remodels and renovations, there are pros and cons. One of the cons, being one of the bigger ones, is that they can be very costly, and you should prepare for them to take much longer than you anticipate and cost more money than you anticipate on top of them already being expensive. If you're going to be hiring somebody to do these upgrades, these renovations, you can expect your home to be a wreck for weeks to come. If you're going to be doing it yourself, you can expect that it's going to be very timely. You're going to probably want more than a few weekends just to complete the project. So something to think about there. One of the pros is that when you're getting ready to sell a house, buyers do not really want to deal with repairs. So if your home is already renovated or remodeled, then you're going to have a bigger pool of buyers to pick from. So definitely something to consider when you are weighing out, what am I really going to renovate, right? Or am I willing to do it? Those are the two questions. What am I gonna do, and am I really willing to do it? And of course, how much is it going to cost? So in today's video, I really wanna break down what is probably going to be worth your money when you are thinking about selling. So let's get into that. Number one of the most valuable things that you should consider before listing your house is your home's curb appeal, because people drive up to your property and that's the first thing that they see. Consider raking up the leaves. You definitely don't want any dog, you know what, out there. So you want to make sure that everything's nice and cleaned up. Maybe consider getting some window flower beds so that you have a nice view when you're coming up to the house. If the siding is not in good condition, that's also one of the first things that people see. So definitely consider replacing that, although that can be costly. Again, remember, buyers do not want to deal with immediate repairs. So that's definitely something to consider. Number two, a kitchen. Now, a kitchen is a big one. A lot of people love hanging out in the kitchen. Of course, that's probably one of the higher traffic areas in a home. However, a full renovation, full remodel of a kitchen is going to be very costly. So a few things to consider if you don't want to go ahead and tear up the entire kitchen. Maybe consider painting the cabinets. Consider getting some new appliances. Buyers love energy efficient appliances because they love the idea of saving money. So definitely consider maybe getting some energy efficient appliances. That's probably going to go a really long way. So those are a few things that I think would really benefit you if you are looking to spice up the kitchen before listing your house. Number 3, bathrooms. That is another costly item on the list. However, it's definitely something that buyers take a look at quite a bit. So a few things to do to the bathroom if you want to spice it up that I think would be worth doing. Again, painting. So you want to think neutral colors. If you want to replace the bathtub, that would make a lot of sense, especially if it looks a little bit beat up. And then you, of course, want to give it a really good deep clean. So you want to really scrub that grout and make sure it actually goes back to its true color. You know how grout is usually like white and that ends up looking black? You want to make sure that it looks nice and bright if that's the true color of the grout. So those are a few things to consider. Also, I think it would be worth it to swap out some light fixtures. That's going to make a big difference in the bathroom as well. Number 4, which you've heard me say a few times already, paint. Paint, whether it's the exterior or the interior paint, it's going to be a great boost of appeal for your house. You want to think neutral, bright, and fresh. Think colors like whites, grays, maybe very muted colors. So if you wanted to add an accent wall, maybe go with like a very light blue, and I'm saying more of like a gray blue, like things like that that are going to just be very neutral. I would say maybe stick to one color out, honestly, because a buyer's gonna come in and what if they hate the color gray and they want to repaint the whole house white? That's totally very possible. So keep that in mind when you are purchasing things for the house that you're about to sell. You want it to be very neutral. How many times can you say neutral, right? So that's something to definitely consider. It's going to make a big difference. It can be very inexpensive if you do it yourself. Of course, if you want to hire that out, it obviously will cost a little bit more, but painting is not fun. I'm still recovering from the paint job that I had to do in my house. So I would consider looking into some quotes and seeing if it would make sense. That way you don't have to deal with that hassle. And now your house is ready to list. If you are thinking about selling, your next step at this point would be to talk to a real estate agent. And to be quite honest, actually, I would recommend talking to a real estate agent prior to you going down this list, because what you think might not be appealing could totally be appealing to buyers. So it would make the most sense for a real estate agent to come and tour your house and really look at and dive into what would actually make the most sense, especially with how hot the market is right now. So I would definitely recommend speaking to a realtor if you're realtor, if you're thinking about listing your house prior to spending any additional money. And then once you have, then of course you'll get to work and then you can go ahead and prepare to put your house on the market. I really hope that this video was helpful. If you are thinking about relocating into Orlando, or you already live here and you are looking to make a move, upsize, downsize, relocate, whatever it may be, please reach out to me. I would love to connect with you and help you with your real estate goals. Again, my name is Carolina. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.